Whistleblower warns that the Biden-Harris regime is preparing to effectively ban private gun sales. And it's funny the way they're trying to run an in round in a way of doing this. It's similar to what they did with the marijuana tax act or whatever it was called back then, where you had to get special permissions and stuff to purchase. And I think that, and then they end up never giving people those special permissions. And I think that's exactly what they're doing here. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my merch store. Also, check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for news as well. All right, let's talk about this news. Um, President Joe Biden's administration, through a 1,300-page document drafted by the ATF, aims to mandate background checks for all guns, even private transactions, as revealed by a whistleblower group. The White House directed this drafting, and whistleblowers highlight concerns about an overreach of executive power, potentially infringing on constitutional separation of powers and the Second Amendment. And like I alluded to at the beginning, it's an in round. See, they want this background check for private sales. So if I have my gun and I want to sell it to someone, I'll have to get a background check. But the way they can make it a ban is they don't allow anyone to pass this background check. And that's the exact same thing they did with the first Marijuana Act, where you had to get this tax, some type of tax certificate or something like that, saying that you're able to purchase marijuana, and then they don't give this they don't give this certificate to anyone though. They don't give it to anyone to allow them to purchase it. This is the same thing they're going to do with private sales of guns, so they can effectively ban private sales of guns. Empower Oversight, in a letter to Attorney General Merrick Garland, emphasizes that treating private citizens like federal firearms licensees would violate the Constitution and impinge on the right to bear arms. The proposed rule, if finalized, could effectively ban private firearm sales by necessitating background checks for every transaction. Again, and what they would do is they would just say, well, you don't pass the background check, so you can't get this gun. Tristan Levitt of Empower Oversight suggests that the rule may face legal challenges and questions its motives, speculating it as a strategy to energize the base in an election year. The ATF, part of the DOJ, refrains from commenting on the ongoing rule, citing its status in the process. But of course, that's exactly what it is. It's Biden throwing everything at the wall to see what stick, because he's getting bashed in the polls, and he's trying to do something to energize his base, to get his base excited, because everyone else is looking at the economy and looking at what's going on with illegal immigration. They're like, yeah, we don't want this dude. So he's just trying to get the far lefties out to vote. That's what this is about. And President Biden's March 2023 executive order tasked Attorney General Garland with reducing gun violence. It included clarifying the definition of firearm dealing and exploring rulemaking for universal background checks. The Gun Control Act of 1968 prohibits unlicensed firearm dealing, and a 2022 law required profit-centric gun sellers to conduct background checks, which doesn't make any sense. So if I just happen to have a bunch of guns and I decide to sell these guns and make some money off it, I would have to become a licensed dealer now. Am I considered a licensed dealer now? Like, that's just obscene. That's just ridiculous. But in response, the ATF proposed a rule in August 2023, eliciting over 387,000 comments. That's a lot of comments, with many opposing the perceived bureaucratic overreach. Now, Empower Oversight, identifying ATF lawyer Eric Epstein as overseeing the rule, seeks information under the Freedom of Information Act regarding emails, communications, and records related to the rule's drafting and implementation. The controversy surrounding the proposed rule reflects broader debates on gun control, constitutional rights, and government overreach. And we know that it is definitely uh, totally antithetical to the Constitution and is exactly what it is government overreach. Biden is trying to again energize his base because he got nothing else left. So I see him throwing a lot of more leftist policies out there to try to get the leftists up in an uproar to actually go out and vote for him because he has nothing else left. Again, look at the economy. Look at what's going on with this invasion at the border. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.